This is Fred Beck from Fred Beck Fighting. Today I'm very lucky to be joined by, once again, Jeff Mayweather. So thank you very much for coming on again, Jeff. It's good to see you again, mate.
Likewise.
So yesterday night, you won an award, the BMA award. What can you tell us about that? I'll put a picture on the screen now for people who haven't seen your Instagram post, but what can you tell us about the you won?
Well, basically, it was an award that was given to us because we were chosen as the first family of boxing. So, and I mean, with all our different contributions, and I mean, and we have incredible history in boxing. There's two questions that I always like to throw out there at people. And basically, one is all three, me, Roger, and Floyd, of course, Floyd Jr. was an Olympian, but me, Roger, and Floyd Sr. all fought Olympic gold medalists. And the one thing that I think that we've all done together that will never, ever be surpassed is in one family, all three of us had a world champion simultaneously at the same time.
Yeah, it is quite incredible. Just to touch on, so you fought Oscar De La Hoya, who was a Olympic gold medalist, but who did Roger and Floyd Sr. fight, who are the gold medalists?
Floyd Sr. fought Shea Leonard. Roger fought Pernell Whitaker.
Oh, okay, blind. All legends then. You guys all just fight the legends then, basically.
Yeah, I guess so.
And you had a suit there. I'm on your Instagram. You go on your Instagram, by the way. I'll put the link for your new Instagram in the description. But you look quite smart there in that suit. I'm not used to seeing you in a suit. Normally you're wearing what you are now, kind of gym gear. How long you had that suit for?
I have plenty suits. I can dress up if I want to.
You look like James Bond.
Oh my God. That's nice.
Do you know who James Bond is?
Of course.
Of course. All right. All right, let's move on to the fight that happened yesterday. So with the ceremony, did you manage to watch any of the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight at all?
Unfortunately, no, because I was at the event. And
that's all right. You saved money. You didn't have to buy it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna buy it anyway. Like everyone else, I have, a Fire Stick, so it's no problem. But I don't know. I mean, I heard that most people said they thought Woodley won. I don't know because I didn't see it. I'm gonna have to watch it myself.
I think those people who are saying it, I'm not biased. I watched the fight. Jake Paul probably won about 6 of the rounds, and Tyron probably won about 2. Maybe you can give Tyron Woodley 3 rounds of that fight.
No.
I was quite impressed. Jake Paul took quite hard. Have you watched any of the fights since on Instagram or Twitter or anything?
I'm sorry?
Have you watched any of the fights since? Have you seen any clips?
No, I mean, I did watch. I watched like just a little bit, and in that little bit, it wouldn't let me know who was doing anything. So I have to watch the whole fight.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I was quite impressed by Jake Paul. I was quite impressed with Tyron Woodley. Obviously, Jake Paul was a much bigger guy. I think Jake Paul's 6'2", and Tyron Woodley's 5'9". I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I was quite impressed by Jake's performance there. Yeah, so let's talk about a fight that kind of in the boxing news. I think arguably the biggest star in the sport, Canelo Alvarez, takes on Caleb Plant. I spoke to Amir Abdullah the other day. I know you know him from City Kickboxing, and he was a kickboxer, retired, undefeated, and he's very confident. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
And he's my business partner.
Yeah, I spoke to him, and I haven't released the interview yet. I will do this week, but he's very confident in Caleb Plant's ability to beat Canelo. What are your thoughts on that fight? Who do you have coming out on top?
I'm gonna be honest. I think that if there is a guy that's gonna beat him, it would be Caleb Plant. But in me being just honest and being who I am, I still don't see Caleb winning. I just see that Caleb giving a great fight of him, giving a great account of himself, and even in doing so, his stock will still rise. But right now, I mean, to me, Canelo's he's just the best fighter on the planet right
Yeah, no, he's a pound. I'd have him as my pound for pound list. It's him, and then you got Crawford as well. I do see. When I look at Caleb Plant, I see quite a lot of similarities between him and Billy Joe Saunders. I didn't expect. I became a Canelo fan that night when he beat Billy Joe Saunders. So I thought Billy would give him a lot of trouble because of the movement. You see, do you see similarities between Billy and Caleb at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Caleb is probably better than Billy Joe to me. I mean, and I mean, I might be a little biased because he's a friend of mine as well. But and I still hope him the best. But me just being honest and being who I am, you know, I just can't pick you just because you're my friend. You know, I just can hope that you win, but you know, I can't pick you just because that's not what I do. That's not what my heart says.
Yeah, I totally see. You're not biased at all. That's what's great about you. Do you see any weaknesses in Canelo? Because when people watch him, I remember hearing lots of people talk about it on podcasts and interviews. They say, I don't look for the things that Canelo does well. I look for the things that Canelo does bad because there's so few. Do you see any like cracks in his armor at all, Canelo? So I don't think.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's cracks in everybody's armor. I mean, no one is a perfect fighter. You know, of course, I mean, he haven't been exposed to anything since, you know, Floyd beat him. And to be honest, he's gotten better. His defense has gotten better. His boxing has gotten better. His power has gotten better. Everything seems to have gotten better. So, you know, and that makes it tough. He's already a good fighter, but that puts him in the realm of being a great fighter.
Exactly, that's the thing. You don't really know what he does. Well, it's really hard to spot the things. It kind of cracks in his armor, as I said. It's quite hard to see. I mean, they definitely. Well, I knew that fight would play out because I spoke to his coach Justin Gambo, who's really nice to see kickboxing as well a while back, about 4 or 5 months ago, and they really wanted that fight. There's no reason why you wouldn't want to fight Canelo. So speaking of Canelo, I spoke to you in March a couple of interviews ago, and you said the only way you would beat Canelo would be on Xbox in a video game. And there's this new boxing video game coming out called Esorts Boxing Club. Have you heard of it at all?
Yes, I heard of it.
Have they spoken to you at all about you being in it, or Floyd Senior being in it, or Floyd Roger?
Yes, I think we are both supposed to be in it, but that's been talked about, but no one has gotten back to me yet, so I'm not sure.
Who did you speak to about being in it? Was it Todd Grisham?
I'm not sure. I mean, like I said, my business partner is Amir Abdallah. So I think he actually talked to him. So, and basically, he told me that me and Floyd Senior would be on the game.
And next time I speak to Ron Rhodes or Todd Grisham, I'll bring the Mayweathers up again and see if we can get you in the game. Well, what are your thoughts on having a boxing video game coming out? Because that must be quite good for the sport, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I think it's time again. I mean, it's been so long since a boxing game has been out. I mean, I'm talking about a legitimate boxing game with, you know, legitimate fighters and things like that. And you can feel like you're actually controlling the fighter that you like, as opposed to these games that's like cartoons, you know, and you don't, these fighters are nobody, you know, it's just somebody that's been put on a game. But I think it'll be great to be able to sit down and play with your favorite fighter, you know, and everybody has a favorite fighter. So basically, you know, that makes it more fun.
Who's your favorite fighter then? What fighter in the game will you most be looking forward to playing as then? I know the fighters. So if you say some of your favorite fighters, I'll tell you if they're in the game or not.
Well, I mean, I know one of my favorite fighters is from way back is Michael Nunn, but I'm not sure if he's on the game.
I don't think he is, no.
Of course, my nephew, but I don't even know if he's gonna be on the game.
I did bring his name up. I don't think they've spoken to him yet, or I'm not sure what's going on about with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. I know that he's been talked about, being on the game and things like that, but I'm not sure. Because I don't know if they can afford him. He might want $1 billion.
Can they afford you though, Jeff? Can they afford Jeff Mayweather?
Me, myself, being in the game, I'll be honored. I'll be honored to be in the game. And I don't know. I mean, I just being chosen to be put on the game to me is an honor. So just like, last night we getting an award for what I've done. So I'll be happy.
Yeah, I know anyone who wants to be in the game, or anyone who's going to be in the game, is obviously honored because that's a crazy thing to have. Yeah. So one thing I want to touch on. Did you used to play the Fight Night games at all? And are you any good at gaming? Because I'm not that good,
I like that everybody thinks they're good. I think I'm good until I play some kid that beat me by 100 points on basketball or something. So I don't really know, because I haven't played any games in so long. What happened is this: someone broke into my house and they stole my Xbox.
Wow,
So, about a year ago. No, maybe about 2 years ago.
Wait, so they broke into your house and all they took was your Xbox?
No, they took money. They took
Really?
a whole lot of other stuff too. But out of all the things they took, the Xbox was the most important.
Your Xbox is most important to you then?
At the time, because I used to play it like every day. But I only play sports game. I don't play those games like what's the car game that everybody used to play?
Forza.
Yeah, that.
Forza, yeah. Again, no one.
Yeah. So I mean, I only played basketball and football. That was pretty much it. Like I said, there hasn't been no boxing game out in such a very long time. But I think that the time is now. I mean, boxing is coming back. And now you can even add these YouTubers into the boxing game as well, because they're a lot bigger than a whole lot of boxers that are out there boxing that have a world title belt around their waist.
That's true. They're going to get several, maybe a lot more pay-per-views than some of these other world champions because of the following they've got already. So when Esorts comes out, we'll do a video, me versus you. First one to get the knockout wins them.
Me against you?
Yeah, me versus you.
You might beat me.
No, trust me, Jeff. I never played a boxing game like Fight Night or anything. So one thing I want to talk about as well is so right now I'm 17. I'm going into college. That's not your type of college. It's I think it's like senior year in your terms in America. I got a second year of that, and so next summer I got the option to come out to America and see the Mayweather gym, go city kickboxing. So I'll probably be able to afford it then by then. But do you think it's not the smartest thing to do coming to America or coming to Las Vegas if you're not 21? Because I'll be 18 by then, so it's not what you can do.
There's still great things to do in Vegas. I think that Vegas is 18 is. As long as you don't violate the rules of Vegas, you should be fine. But
have you violated the rules of Vegas, Jeff?
No, I never drink or never smoke in my life. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never ever. So that would never happen. Because I've been. When I was growing up, I thought that athletes didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do anything, that would hinder their performance. So I was one of those guys and I stuck to that, throughout my whole entire career. So no, I've never did anything like that.
Yeah, that's really good because smoking, drinking, it really does impact your health and fitness as well. So say I come to Las Vegas. Tell me about Vegas, Jeff, since you live there. What can I do in Vegas then? Maybe a boxing gym, city kickboxing, what else?
Well, I mean, excuse me. Well, I think there's a whole lot more than just going to a gym. I mean, there's shows, there's, because I like comedy shows.
Oh yeah.
That's what I do. I go to comedy shows. And they also have shows that you can interact. And they also have these gaming things where you can go to like a place where there's nothing there but games. And you can play against, just like you do at home. You can play with someone else from a whole nother country or whatever. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of things to do. It's just whatever you like.
Yeah, no, it sounds like good fun. I should come over. So speaking of comedy then, who are your favorite comedians? You got Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, who else?
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, hands down.
Dave Chappelle was the Jake Paul fight.
No one's close. No one's even close.
Well, so Dave Chappelle's the GOAT.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you ever met him?
No. But, and the reason why I say it like that is because he was actually in the Mayweather gym I think I was either in Panama or I was in Argentina, something like that. And so when I got back, everybody was telling me about him being there. I was mad. He is one of the comedians that I would love to meet. I was fortunate enough to meet Eddie Murphy. Oh, wow. And at the time, I think that Eddie Murphy at that time was the hottest comedian out there. So I was happy to I got a chance to meet him. And he was very nice.
Yeah, no, I love the Coming to America films. They're always great. And as well, Dave Chappelle, he's a big fight fan. He was at the Conor McGregor Justin Poirier fight, the number 3, and he was at the fight yesterday. Right, so I think I've gone over everything on my notes. So yeah, Jeff, thanks so much for time again. It's always great to catch up with you. So you got a new Instagram page. What's your one? I'll put a link in Instagram in the description. But your merch, where can people find that?
I'm sorry?
Where can people find your merchandise in the Doom session?
Well, my merchandise I have it in my link in my description. So of course you have to find me now. But now it was a lot easier before if somebody hacked my page. And now it's the real Jeff Mayweather. Someone said that's what you should do. So I said, okay, well, I'll do that. and now my page is growing very, very slowly.
You're 3,000. You're 3,000 followers, though. That's not that bad.
Yeah, but I had almost 60,000.
You need to get Fidel Riley to shout you out, Jeff, because you're be like, oh yeah, you get a shout out on Instagram, and your followers go back up them.
Well, I can work on it. I mean, and I still have a lot of footage of, things that I know people want to see, and I haven't even posted anything of me and Vidal, and I'm gonna post some. I am gonna post something that reminds me that I should post something about him as well, because he was a part of my journey, and so I mean, I'm not one of those people that, I mean, of course, I think everyone likes to have followers, but I'm not one of those people that I'm gonna do anything extra to try to get them. I know who I am. I'm fine with that. If I had 25 followers, I interact with 25 people. So I'm not one of those people that's so stuck on having a huge following, because I mean, I have a huge following on my YouTube channel, almost 500,000 people. So I mean, I have a following.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a good attitude to have. And just one more thing, actually, I always really enjoy listening to the Mayweather show on the podcast, the Jeff Mayweather show, but there hasn't been an episode for that in ages. How come?
Well, I mean, I don't know. We're just so inconsistent about that channel, and like I said, my business partner is Amir, and basically everything is pretty much done through him, and so he's an extremely, extremely busy man. He's always doing something with Tyson, with a lot of different fighters. He's involved with a lot of different fighters. And so sometimes the channel gets neglected. But good thing you said it. I'm going to remind him today that we need to get back on it, and we need to be consistent, though.
Yeah, it's a good podcast. I always enjoy listening to it. You have some good guests as well. Vidal Riley,
Yeah.
Plant. Who else was there? Gion Love, sorry. Yeah, it's good. Tell Amir I said hi as well, because he's a really nice guy as well. All right, Jeff. Thanks for the time again, mate. That's awesome. Thank you.
You done?